Oh, this is so good. Hey everyone, it's Garrison here, and welcome back to the Patreon, or the channel we're currently watching from in this lovely month of August. Now, as you can tell already, today I'll be doing my first listen / full-on review to Perplekiss's 4th mini album called GeekyLand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 new B-sides to cherish and to enjoy together throughout this review and first listen, and for myself for a very long time, I'm sure of it, because based on their previous releases and mini albums and this discography that they've built up so quickly, that has so much replay value and like quality value to it, I'm not gonna be surprised if these B-sides are gonna be good, but I'm gonna be surprised in what the routes are taken for these B-sides. Now, based on that highlight medley where we sort of got an acapella, I can't emphasize that enough, where we heard the pure voices and vocals from Perplekiss, members of Perplekiss, and then played us the full, or not the full-blown tracks, but a preview of each and every track, starting from the intro Bye Bye Bully until all the way to Summer Rain. Now, for these B-sides, the two B-sides that I remember that stood out to me heavily the most was Can't Stop Dreamin' and Summer Rain. Now, Summer Rain happened to have like a live performance, and also I'll make sure to check that out, or live performance clip. So I'll make sure to check that out in a separate video. In terms of the intro performance for Bye Bye Bully, I'm gonna do it in this album review, so don't worry about that. But hey, enough talk. Without further ado, let's just dive into Perplekiss's 4th mini album called GeekyLand now. Alright, so I brought up the performance video for Perplekiss's intro track called Bye Bye Bully for their 4th mini album called GeekyLand. Let me check if there's any English captions readily available. Unfortunately, they are not, but let's just dive into this. Yurei. Quite the mysterious feel here with this verse 1. Man, not just like the vocal work in this, and like the way that they express themselves and do a little bit of acting in this. You know what I'm trying to say, for the choreo? No, we gotta play that again. Too quick. Okay. Let me see if I can. So we get a bit of static at the start here. And just how smooth that lighting is. How the slight head turn. Okay, let me see if I can bring it back here. And then boom. Wow. Lighting with the red lights. Oh my goodness. Look at Dosi. And then look at Nago looking at Ire. But then looking at that eyebrow raised by Swan. Like, whoa. Yeah, like there's this electronic element that's being glazed by ever so slightly. Good percussion work here too. You see what I'm saying here? Like, man, it's like, you know, the acting within the choreo. You know what I'm saying? How they do these facial expressions, whether it's being scared.
You make me cry. You make me cry. Get the hell out of my life. I'm still alive.
Almost like a moving on, like the line with "I'm still alive." It makes me feel like, and the title "Bye Bye Bully," right, referring to a bully, like
Stronger.
surviving from this bully, but moving from this bully and moving on into life. And the lines here, feeling stronger, right? Like mustered up the courage. Oh, that rugged bass, jeez. Or with the bass and the piano. Yeah, just a rugged bass, not even piano here.
Kiss me, kill me like that. Bye bye, play.
Yeah, essentially what they did was give us the verse 1, the only verse in the intro, and then gave us the chorus that came through with a lot, I've got to say. Okay, I don't like this comment section, but okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say this right away, guys. Before you comment anything about any bullies out there and what's going on, and reference to some certain events, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of factors, especially these days with the cases, and you know, court things happening in court and occurrences, and then there's things attached to those events that we may not know about and not being disclaimed about and notified about, and for me, I found myself in the position from time to time, like, I want to be careful here to saying this, from time to time again, there's, okay, events is like, okay, this person's a bully, blah blah blah, yep, we're not gonna ignore the fact that they've done these horrible things to whatever this other person and all, but you know, there are cases where it's not legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's that one actor, I can't remember his exact name, with Kim Sejong and allegations, and then it turns out, you know, person accusing that guy, you know, was just making false accusations and all that set. You know what I'm saying? So there's like some cases there's attached where it's proven wrong. Sometimes they're legitimate, but then there's strings attached to it being legitimate because that person accused did something. You know what I'm saying? But in this day, where this song stands, and thinking about Nerdy as well, I'm gonna keep it, you know, keep it real with y'all here. I love how this intro and Nerdy speaks the truth, right? Touches upon subjects that we don't often think about until it happens. And I can't emphasize that enough. There's not enough prevention in this world. There's more so of trying to find the solution when it happens. And imagine if we had prevention measures in the first place. You know I'm getting on a whole rant about this, but I feel like this is important to talk about, something that I really want to get off my chest. But like how I was talking about in my review to Nerdy, if I recall correctly, sometimes the word nerdy can be deemed a negative term or geek or something like that. And in that case, it's like, who cares, you know, in terms of the message in Nerdy? Who cares that I'm nerdy or I'm a geek and stuff? I'm enjoying my life. I'm doing what I like, you know? and that really touches another part other than, you know, I would say. Okay, so there's two parts to it, you know. I'm trying to wrap my head around Bye Bye Bully and like Nerdy, but like part of it goes hand in hand, you know, how that just goes to show you how cohesive this mini album alone is with the intro track and Nerdy, if you think about it, with the lyrics being delivered, and how these songs are being performed, you know. Like Nerdy is quite quirky with it, and it sticks with the word nerdy and all. But I love these messages in general where it's like, okay, you're gonna keep saying whatever, but I'm just gonna keep on making my way and just doing my thing. And if I enjoy something that may deem me to be look like nerdy or geeky, that's completely fine, because I'm enjoying what I like to do, whether it's a hobby or an occupation. Yeah, I really love this message, and it all goes back to that one song by Kang Daniel I've reviewed recently. If you guys haven't seen that, spectacular song, okay? Parade, really good, really good, meaningful song that touches apart on different messages, similar along the lines of a Nerdy. But yeah, I really love this intro, and it just goes to show you, like, Purple-Kiss, not only in their title tracks and B-sides, their intros really hits performance-wise. Like, I know I keep saying like how Purple-Kiss is a vocal-heavy group, but I believe I haven't mentioned this yet, is that they're a performance-heavy group as well. And you think about like RBW artists, One Us, One We, you know, like I'm talking about Mamamoo, like they truly know how to throw on a performance, right? Like the details are always considered, whether it's in the choreo, the way they express themselves, the message, or theme that these artists are coming from. And I'm saying artists because over time, notice how certain members in these groups that I've mentioned, or pretty much like Mamamoo, are really hands-on on their work. And I can't wait to see the day where we get solely hands-on work by Purple-Kiss, whether it's just a single, whether it's one B-side from one member, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's to a certain extent with like a songwriter and a producer within RBW and all, but hey, enough talk, guys. Let's just dive into the next track now. So this next track is called FireFlower, and I'm seeing in-house RBW producers and such behind the scenes working with Purple-Kiss for this B-side as well as the other tracks. We love to see it, that consistency, you know, especially So Young Bae, as always, as he's been part of huge tracks. I'm talking about working with As One in the past before, has worked on To Be or Not To Be, Blue Sky, one of my top favorite B-sides from One Us, as well as Clover from his 9. But aside from that, I'm also seeing Yuki, of course, on the lyrics. You know, she comes through with her own rap lines, so surely there are some rap lines and such for FireFlower here, but let's go. Ooh, a lot of Eastern kind of influences here. Ooh, the horns. The chain here. During this verse 1. Ooh, Ire. Love the drum kit work in this. Ooh. What is this pre-chorus with Swan though? The snare drums here. The dosi. Ooh. Oh, I love the passion, you know what I'm saying, in this? Just the vocal delivery, it's very passionate, yet they do provide that burning feeling. Okay. Yuki, my zone. Yeah, it has that Moombaton pattern to it with these Eastern influences. Probably one of my favorite parts in the song have to be from Ire, and especially Dosi. Woo. Oh, the vocal work. Outstanding. There's the risers again. Ooh, a little bit of percussion work on the left side. Okay, more rap by Yuki, why not? Yeah, definitely took the Moombaton route with the Eastern influences. Woo! The notes that they're hitting in this, so good. How it just ends it with Che in there, solely her. Wow, FireFlower. I think, yeah, the several things that remains in my mind here is Moombaton, you know, that kind of rhythm and pattern going on with the drum kits and such, and the snare drums and all, but also the passion, the burning passion and fire in this song can be felt with the vocal work, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there, you know, even though the lyrics work well with the overall soundscape, the vocal work especially, you know, it can be felt working hand in hand with the production of the song and the lyrics tied along to it, right? And I really want to go through it here quite quickly to break down the lines that I'm seeing. Of course, mind you, when you got lyrics, they're sometimes lost in translation and stuff like that. But how Ire, ooh, I really loved how Ire shined in this, as well as Dosi. But also, of course, you know, for Yuki, sure, you could expect that verse too from Yuki, but sometimes we just get hit with an additional line here and there nearing the ending of the song, and because why not? And it's just really brilliant, as always, hearing more lines from Yuki other than the one section, you know what I'm saying? Like other parts and moments in the song as well. But I'm gonna get back into this, you know, like, you know, it's hard to describe. Like, there's some certain traditional Eastern influences or traditional instruments that I could say and all. I can't really tell if there's a prominent, like, sitar or something like that in here. But yeah, I just love the start here. Just the drop of the bass and the emphasis on the horns, and then the light drop of the horn with Che in here. Oh yeah, maybe a bit of the sitar in the back there, yeah. Some 808 claps. Can you tell me what you think I am? Really love the snapping here, but then the percussion work on the left side of our ears for those who have headphones on right now or earbuds. Like, notice this. Wait. Like a wood block or cowbell in the far distance on the left side. Ooh, yeah, that flame scarlet, like the emphasis, the vocal effect, and or like reverb work at the end there with Swan here, so cool. On the scarlet part, the snare drums with the risers here for the pre-chorus. I can totally see a choreo for this. Totally. Like a slow and tempo type kind of choreo. And I could just imagine like the formations and then Yuki coming through for verse 2. Yeah, it's just that good. Like I can envision a performance of this. Yeah, there's definitely a sitar in here. It's just in the back and all. Either that or some traditional woodwind instrument. Yeah, see what I'm saying? The emphasis with the horns is so well done in here. And again, Ire. She really stood out to me in this one, guys. Yeah, the percussion work during the snare drums is to die for. The ta, oh la 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 ta, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. The burn up, burn up. I have a feeling that it may not seem like this is a song that makes things quite cohesive with it, considering the title track and the intro track, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go on a whim and feel it out, you know? I'm not gonna say it right away, but as we progress throughout this first listen or listening party, how I review it, or my review to the album, I'm sure the B-sides are gonna play some sort of message or theme, you know, or feelings that make this album cohesive, because I can sense it in here for FireFlower, you know? Yeah, but pretty much the arrangement of the song is pretty simple with the verses, not a verse 3, a standard bridge. I wouldn't say that standard, because there is a bit of rap, you know? Oh wow, yeah, there's like this analog synthesizer work. You hear that? Oh, that analog synthesizer work is unbelievable. Woo. Oh, from the background vocals, the vocal layering in this, beautiful. Bloom so that I don't lose. Yeah, I'm sensing a fitting theme and pattern going on here. So I'm gonna see and feel things out and hear things out for the other B-sides. But yeah, let's just get into the next B-side now. So this next B-side is called Can't Stop Dreamin'. As some of y'all may already know, based on the highlight medley, I was like, this might be the favorite B-side, and hopefully that ends up being the case. It's not like a make it or break it. It doesn't have to be the case, but I'm seeing Cosmic Sound, Cosmic Girl working on this. We love to see it. I've said this time and time again for my Purple Kiss album reviews for RBW, you know, coming from RBW, but I'm also seeing Jessica Pierpoint. There's names that I haven't mentioned on this channel before yet that I'm glad to talk about. Jessica Pierpoint has been part of not only the lyrics, but the bit of the composing side as well. One of the composers to Sneakers, the title track of Itzy. We love to see it. But also Boran. Boran has been part of a huge masterpiece called Glassy by Joe Uri, and also Pale Blue Dot. Luna B-side that I still need to cover. Hopefully after this album review, I'll do that Luna album review. But enough talk, guys. Let's just dive into Can't Stop Dreamin' now. Ooh, it's like some sort of string, like harp work here that I'm getting and feeling. Ooh. Love the hi-hat work here. Oh, I just love how that harp or string work's being looped. Okay, pre-chorus, so Jian. Ooh! They love the snare drums. This is so good! Oh, Swan. This song goes crazy, guys. Ooh, the chimes here, I believe. Verse 2. Jian? Hey, Yuki! Oh yeah. Oh, the drum work, the snares. Imagine. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is catchy immediately. Woo. Dreamin'. Oh, the vocal technique, like how this was vocal directed. Beautiful. Man, I love those like really solid hitting drums. Or just with the snare drums there. Okay. Bring it back now. Dreamin'. Can you imagine? Ooh. Ooh, can't stop dreaming. Okay, this is so up my alley in terms of taste and just the breakdowns in this song, you know. And again, it goes to show you, pretty standard arrangement of a song, yet like Perplekiss from start to finish have truly shown, you know, what they're all about, like vocal wise, you know what I'm saying? Certain vocal techniques that they utilize and how their vocals are able to flourish in this song is just so beautiful. Even though, you know, from time to time we've heard songs in the past before that. Let me actually bring up their discography, like give you guys like a proper example of songs that I'm talking about, right? So we have Can't Stop Dreamin' now, right? If we go back on Mem Mem, right? Cursor, sure, it was more slower in tempo, but it had that breakdown, wubs and dubs, you know what I'm saying, right? That is a really good example there, I would have to say. And I would say even Skip, right? The likes of those B-sides, if you think about it, even though the song may be upbeat, it may be very wub-dub heavy, you know, very, some could be instrumentally driven, we still get to hone in, we still get to appreciate the vocal work, you know what I'm saying, and all, like, this was phenomenal. The fact that as the song progressed and progressed more, and once that the second time the chorus hit, I'm like, wow, I have this song engraved in my mind. It's super catchy. The hooks really hits, right? especially the snare drum and the epic drum, like timpani-like drums in this, but the looping of that harp or string synths or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that part that's being looped over and over throughout the entirety of this song, not like always, I believe, but for majority of this song, is so satisfying, and you know, to hear. It sets a nice baseline for the members. So hey, we gotta dive back into this though. I really like how, too, it provides that dreamlike feel, and hence this song being titled Can't Stop Dreamin'. Hey. Whether it's this trap percussion with the bass here, it works so well hand in hand. Oh, so that's where we got Ire. I was enjoying it so much. But yeah, okay, the only small thing, I wouldn't say small thing, but the only one thing is, like, I wish I got a little bit more Ire in this, you know what I'm saying? But that can't be helped at the end of the day, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, at some points, you know, when you have producers and songwriters, and I heard from them before directly over Zoom and stuff, is that they don't necessarily have the full-blown control for distribution, so keep that in mind, guys, you know? It's what I've always wanted. Yeah, this song has a good message to it too. Fly up to the purple world. I love this like vocoder, like voice box work that's going on, you know, and during this pre-chorus, it's like it adds quite a bit of textures and depth to it. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah, okay, so let me see here. Epic, like, timpani drums here, snare drum, but also that cowbell weaved in there, I believe. Dreamin', can you imagine? Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! The feeling of ambition in this song and hopefulness is everything. Yet it's so passionate, yet again. Carrying on from FireFlower. Like, it seems like at this point, the flower has bloomed, you know, our flowers have bloomed, and we are here. We're gonna push it past, there's no limits, you know? Like, it's sort of this, like, unleashed kind of feeling. Oh, that bass. The gravity moments by Jian, we love to hear it, yes! I like they mess it up, they break it down like this is so cool. A little bit of swagger behind it from Chan. And then we get that full-on swagger with a little bit of vocal filtering or vocal effect work behind Yuki's voice here, you know, during this verse 2. We're free. Don't wait for me, go. Just tell me wherever you are, I got. Yeah, there's some lost in translation, but... So dye it with my color. Make this moment and show... Make this moment and fully show my full colors. That is cool. Yeah. Dreamin'. Can you imagine? Oh. You can't just tell. There's also so much sing-alongable value as much as replay value to the song. Imagine. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. There's the chimes again. Yeah, the percussion work is phenomenal. Now the timing that will make your heart beat. Yes, when you and I are together, our dreams become clear. Woo! Say yeah. Hey. This just ended up being a jam session. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so far, my favorite B-side on the album, hands down, okay? There's nothing, like, intricate, like, crazy intricate about it that, like, I can talk about so heavily, but other than it being such a banger jammer, yet meaningful song at the same time. Like, I love the ambition in this song and the passion in the vocal delivery and how this was vocal directed. And the top lining to this song, whoo, chef's kiss. So good, even though there's a standard arrangement and all, there's these subtle nuances to it, whether it's the bit of the cowbell or whatever percussion instrument that's going on, the chimes that are like weaving through here and there, and that looping that I was talking about, or the vocoder voice box work, the vocal effect work during verse 2 by Yuki, and Chaeyeon's part 2, so good, guys, so good. But yeah, let's just keep on this train and keep going. And let's get into the next B-side now. So this next B-side is called Love is Dead. Now, I'm seeing Dave, Kang Ji-won. We love to see it in-house and all. But also Yuki on the lyrics. We love to see it as always. But let's dive into it. Oh, this bass line, this bass work. Whoa. Where's this taking us? What? Everything so far has this satisfying kind of feeling, but oh, the vocal layering in this, and how like two of the members come through at the same time in these moments. Yuki! It's not even verse 2 and you're laying it on us. Oh, where's this headed though? Oh, this is so good. The bit of grit, not too much to it in this song, but how they took in a good amount of rock influences in this is so cool. Ooh. Like a little bit of keyboard work with Yuki here. Hey. Hey. Oh, hey. Such a good verse too. Ooh, that. Ooh. Yeah, they did a bit of cowbell work in this. But the hi-hats, very addictive. Dosi and Swan. I'm gonna go on a whim here, guys, but I feel like if this track hasn't been promoted, like, they could have promoted like this. I'm just saying, like, this could have been promoted as a promotional, like, B-side track or even title track, as a matter of fact. Like, I can envision it so much, but I can understand why Nerdy Doobie, the title track. But Love is Dead, I love it in its own way here with the rock influences, a little bit of grit, not too much with it. It's like a very subtle kind of grittiness to it. Yet, wow, the bass line, the amplifying guitar that is not too over the top, that just lays this sort of bass line and all for the members and such. But wow, there are some moments where I'm like, huh, is it this member? Is it really this member? But like at some points, it's just two members coming through with it, I believe, and that's really, really cool. Like, you can just envision, right, just the overflowing kind of presence and charisma if they like perform this song. I'm not sure if they did or not. I searched it up and I didn't see one on my recommended feed, if I recall correctly, when I searched this up. But wow, what a song. Yeah, just how the vocal layering is done in this, it's so immaculate, right? It's interesting how at the start of a line, it's like, it feels continuous, you feel me? Whether it's like Swan ending her own line and then it's Swan and Dosey for like a singular moment in the start of Dosey's line, you know? Everything feels so smooth in terms of the transitioning between the members and the distribution for this song, you feel me? That's why I got that satisfying feeling, especially with the vocal layering. A lot of Swan, yeah, during these moments, bits and parts. The ooh, so good. It may seem so small, but it adds so much to the song. Like the ad-lib work, the background vocals in this. Yeah, a little bit of that tingin' and pingin', whether it's steel-like percussion. Did I miss something here? Ooh, I can't identify it. Dead. Oh, bad. Okay. Yeah, it has that like sort of the best way I can put it, because I've heard rock influence type songs like this before as B-sides and title tracks quite a bit in the scenes, whether it's the likes of Woods, whether it's the likes of other idol groups, so both soloists and of course idol groups as well. But yeah, I get a bit of that sort of like that amplifying guitar that I sense in like Tomboy by Idol, of course, but not like over the top kind of beat, you know, type feel, you know what I'm saying? It's more subtle with it. Now, okay, what's cool about this, I forgot to point it out earlier, this song, I love how we get, instead of like a verse 2 and then Yuki near the end, we get Yuki near the start here. Just a bit of interjection with Yuki here. And then we get this verse 2 where, some may know, I love saying "eh" a lot. And like, "eh, oh, this is good," you know? That's my sort of like key catchphrase or whatever like word that just naturally comes out of my mouth when I'm saying, "Oh, I'm feeling this. Hey, let's go," you know? I like how it's starting this verse 2. We get like this, I would say keyboard work. I wouldn't say organ work, but this keyboard work that's very light on its feet with it. Not throughout the entirety of this verse 2, but quite a bit. little riffs, and then we got. Now notice this. Let's go to here. What's crazy about this? Okay, I'm gonna hear it out. I can't feel anything. I mean, isn't that true, you know, when you feel like love is dead and you've lost that kind of hope, and you can't even feel any like emotions to the full, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't feel much, you know, you feel kind of numb. Failure on my body, I hate you. I think it's, yeah, there's an interlude. Oh no, I wanna double check this. Like, I feel it's been quite some time since I feel quite unsure of what's going on arrangement wise. So let's see here. Love is dead. Okay, yeah, so definitely. Okay, so we got the interlude before the bridge, and then this final chorus is slightly different. That's cool, that's cool. Yeah, so it was right back here. Yeah, this is the interlude, definitely felt like it, right? And then once we had the bridge and they brought it back with the chorus. It's swelling up, it's swelling up. We even got that a bit of a smooch, I believe, on the left. Dum dun da. The post-chorus though. The chorus and the post-chorus have to be the most catchy sections in the song, I've got to say. Super catchy. Yeah, the post-chorus with the da 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 da, you know what I'm saying? And also, the other catchy moments would have to be the ad-libs, and then I would say the satisfying moments is, you know, the interjections with Swan at the start of the lines for some of the members, making it sound very smooth and continuous and such. But let's just get into the next B-side now. So this final B-side is called Summer Rain. There's more of an emphasis by capitalizing the two M's on summer and then the N on rain. I wonder what's the intentions behind that. So I'm gonna see if I could figure that out. But also, I'm seeing Lavin, right, from One Us. We love to see it, as I noticed his name on the credits, right, coming off of that highlight medley. And based on that highlight medley, as some of y'all may already know, this was the other B-side I anticipated that could be my favorite B-side, or at least one of my favorites coming off this fourth mini album. As for the other names, Dave, I'm familiar, but the other singer-songwriters and such, I'm not too familiar of, so I'll make sure to familiarize with them. Sorry, can't make words and sentences and such. But after this, but yeah, Summer Rain, let's dive into it. Woo. Just the start of this is tugging my heartstrings. Whoa! Didn't expect this intro. Swan. The sense of vulnerability, the feeling of vulnerability that I'm feeling in this is crazy. That bass and the acoustic guitar goes hard though. Oh, so this was the pre-chorus for the song that we heard in the highlight medley. Or the a cappella moment of it, right? A bit of piano. Ooh. Happier now. Just how melancholy this song is. Ooh. Chin. Jian.
24/7 love tears never stop.
Very symbolic in some ways. Ooh, just how the good acoustic guitar is with Yuki here. Okay. Okay. Oh, just how hard she's going in the paint here for this. Snare drums. That brief pause there of the instrumental, just to hear not going there is incredible. Woo. Happier now. Just how some of the moments are purposely, intentionally airy due to the vocal delivery is so good. Woohoo! That descending moment by Chaein every time. Jian. Summer raindrop, dropping like my sigh. 24/7 love. Oh, and the sound of the rain. Whoa. And the thunder. The cracking of the thunder. Beautiful, from the samples being utilized to that intro that used as an outro with the comboing, I believe, if I recall correctly, Jian and Swan. But man, just how this song tugs the heartstrings ever so slightly with the acoustic guitar work. Like, okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I usually don't mess with folk, pop ballad type songs and folk like genre influenced songs that much. And there goes to show you that I'm not as much as a fan of like T Swift's works these days. But then again, to be fair, I haven't been keeping much up to date with country and pop, mainstream pop, just mainly K-pop these days, and a little bit of J-pop for some of my K-pop artists, and some, you know, hits out there on the radio and all. But, you know, I really love the arrangement to this song, you know, just the refrains in the song and the beautiful moments by Jian. Like, she, even though she didn't get much lines, I'm gonna be real with y'all, she didn't. I liked her brief moments and like into the outro, I believe, but like the melancholy feel works so well for this song, vocal delivery wise, you know, even though the production's very light on its feet and all, and how it serenades us, especially during Yuki's moment in verse 2, right? I really love how melancholy this song is, yet symbolic, you know, symbolic in many cases, right? How there is, you know, sunshine after rain, but also when it comes to rain, sometimes rain can be super nonstop and you never know when it's gonna end. And if you go to that one line here, lingering, okay, regret, yeah, these are the lines that I want to point out later. But like the lines of like summer rain, it's never ending. Let's go here. Yeah, sort of connecting with the rain and tears. Never stop, 24/7, you know, it can be a fight, it can be a battle, it can be a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, realistically, you're not gonna be like crying 24/7, you know, like your eyes are gonna be super dry by then or something like that. But like, there's moments in experiences, some of us, where it feels like, wow, this is a never-ending battle and experience and fight, you know, whatever that particular case may be, right? It's different variables, different factors, yada yada yada. But there's some moments and periods in our lives where it's like, oh man, like it's hard, you know, it's difficult, it's challenging, you know, and there goes to this verse 2 with Yuki. I love how that acoustic guitar is serenading us, but then there's Yuki just speaking the truth here. We're now at the end of the slanted roof. It's falling apart, that's all. It's too tough to hold, and you imagine and think about movies where it's that typical of like hanging on the ledge, hanging on the roof and all, you know, and it's hard to pick up, you know, pick yourself up or someone to pick you up, right? But like, not like physically, you know, and I'm talking about like, it's hard to hold on, you know, it's hard to keep fighting for, right? For what you want to do, or fighting for like freedom or something like that. It can be very variable, right? I'ma fake it, I'ma leave, wanna fake it, set me free. Like, I love the rhyme scheme here, and just the rapid fire cannon delivery, how hard in the paint she goes here is so good. And I believe that was Swan there. You guys can correct me if I am wrong during that moment there. Or, maybe going, yeah. Little doubling for Yuki here, doubling effect here. I'll let you go now. Love is a broken chain, the falling rain. I'll let you go like that. So this could be more leaning towards, like, sure, it has that holistic message, but I feel like it leans toward another significant other one, right? Especially when it's talking about love. No matter how much I try every time. You know, see, worry about a thing, I'm left alone in useless lingering feelings, you know? Lingering feelings suck, man. It sucks. Like, trying to hold on to something, or trying to move on from something, vice versa. Like, lingering feelings suck. Let's be real here, guys. But yeah, there's this, like, sort of back and forth motion that's going on. Like, just how, at times where it's like, okay, you're happier now, happier, the story of you and me, now it's at the end. You may be happier now, but I'm holding on to these feelings, and it sucks. It blows, right? That's what I'm getting here. I understand it now. Wow, 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 wow. Now, in terms of the double M's in the end, I don't know, styling-wise, you know, it's contrasting, right? Would I say, let me think here. Let me remind myself about the definition of this word. Like a juxtaposition, right? I would say so, right? I would say so, especially how I described the rain and talking about love and all. I think there are some similarities, but then there's these differences, you know? And definitely differences between talking about another significant other one, you know? On the other hand, it feels like it's constantly raining here, even though there's sunshine for you now after all this rain that happened between you and I. Wow, geez, this song. It may seem, you know, very simple production-wise, but it's not. And B, it covers different sides to this topic that I'm talking about, right? It's in general, like, holistically, like, moving on, right? It's hard, it's painful, right? But I love how this connects to the season of summer at the same time. The fact that they nailed it like that on the top of it is everything. Like, this song is so good. Yeah, essentially a folk, acoustic, pop ballad. So good. See these keywords like hazy, lingering, like being unsure, right? Worrying about a thing, left alone, useless with these lingering feelings. Like these lines, let me paint it again. You know, oh my goodness, this pain that is too deep. The say you wanna love me, never say goodbye, never say goodbye. Oh my goodness, I can't hit that right now. It's a weird time of the day, but wow. I don't think I'll ever hit that when I sing along to the song, but like
24/7 love tears never stop.
that transitioner in Yuki is so good. There's a little bit of familiarity, right? She says, the moist air that fills the familiar of the streets, I walked with you. I walked in the streets, down this path with you. It doesn't have to be physically, but like these moments and these memories and these times where I walked with you and stood right beside you, you know? There's these colorful, vivid moments, colorful faces that she says. But unfortunately, we're not at the end. Our roof together that we've made together is slanted, it's falling apart. It's too, wow, jeez. The more I listen to this, it's like, wow. And then this, why did you block the light line? I don't understand that much fully, but I feel like it still connects, you know? Because everyone has their own beam of light, their own, the way I like to put it most is not light, but like our own little ships, our own little boats. And there's tides, there's storms, and we have to ride that way and be able to craft and cultivate and be able to filter out like who we are compatible with. It doesn't have to be a significant relationship, but it could be our friends and such, who we are feeling like are in the friend zone and stuff, and like being able to build that ship, you know. And you're not always gonna have that same route with that friend or that family member, you know what I'm saying, but you're building that boat ever so slightly. But unfortunately, right here, as it says here, why did you block the light? You know, why are you blocking this pathway? You know, no matter how I try, like, why are you blocking me? In fact, right? Wow. There's like this hollowness I could feel in the delivery, yet sometimes that airiness, and then how it wraps up with this outro from Jian, right? In the swan, drums roll inside. 24/7 love is never ending lie. Summer rain dropping like my sigh. Getting swan just in that slight moment there at the end, I believe. And then sound of the rain, the storm. And it seems like it's continuous, you know? It's not, you don't hear birds chirping, you don't hear like it started, it's like continuous, like the crack of the thunder. That's why it was emphasized there. So good, guys. All in all, another rich in sound masterpiece of an album by Purplekiss. If it wasn't obvious, this is a really strong 9.5, 10 out of 10 album by Purplekiss. But I would say they topped themselves. This so far is my favorite mini album by Purplekiss to date, and I can't even imagine the day when they drop a full album. No, I'm getting ahead of myself here. How that's gonna be, you know? Like, this song, sorry, because I'm still stuck on Summer Rain. This album, I love how cohesive this is, touching these little bits and parts and moments, right? And experiences and the relatableness in this song. If we think about nerdy, right, you know, like I said at the start of this, it's, you know, it's looked bad upon to call someone nerdy or be called a nerd and stuff. You're a nerd, you're a geek, you know, whatever, you know. But it's like in the most mocking kind of way. But hey, who cares, you know? If you view me that way, that's fine. That's your view. But hey, I'm just enjoying my life, right? And then Bye Bye Bully, you know what it tackles, you know, that bully figure and all fighting against the bully, but moving on from that bully and mustering up that courage, I feel like in some cases. But FireFlower, yeah, how the passion, you know, the fire, the flame that you can sense in the vocal delivery for that song, even though it's so standard the arrangement with that Moonbaton Eastern influence, you know, route that they took with it. So good. I wouldn't necessarily would say like one of my top favorites, but it's still a good song nonetheless, and I've heard that quite a bit from the likes of Mamamoo messing with its Moonbaton or Eastern influences. and it was great sounding hearing that upon Purple Kiss and taking that Purple Kiss, signature route. Then let me break down the next one, Can't Stop Dreamin'. My favorite B-side on the mini album, hands down, right? Like, come on, the looping of the harp or string instruments there, and just the drop in it, and like it's hits ya so much, right? Like, that song, it really got me reminiscent almost of Cursor, but not like, the emotional kind of manner, it's I am at a loss for words now. But basically what I said during Can't Stop Dreamin', the passion, the ambition, right? The positive message in that song, whether it's like finishing a goal, starting a new goal, or finishing a goal and starting a new goal after that, and pushing on and forward in life. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then I would say the next song, Love Is Dead. Love Is Dead was a great standout. It was super unexpected in how it played out, I got to say. The way that I would say, how it kicks off with that bass, the way that we're able to hone in on their vocals, I would say my second favorite B-side. I would say so. It's pretty close there with Can't Stop Dreamin', right? I think that song is truly, I really want to say one of a kind. But then again, like, every B-side coming off of Purple Kiss's discography is like truly one of a kind, it's special. And then we had, of course, Summer Rain, right? The nostalgia, the folk, acoustic, pop ballad route that they took with it. Not necessarily up in terms of my alley, but it worked a lot. It worked so well in my ears, so well. And don't even get me started with Yuki in that song, guys. Yeah, a lot to really process, EDM, the EDM influences. I want to touch part back on Can't Stop Dreamin'. I don't think if I mentioned this earlier, sure, but I love how we're getting a more electronic EDM kind of influences in their songs, but in the most unconventional manner. It's not constantly wub-dub heavy and all in Can't Stop Dreamin'. Same with the likes of Cursor, right? I love how it just has that breakthrough moment in Cursor that you anticipated and waited for, and it just gets to you. The way that they're utilizing some of these genres and like combination of genres got me really reminding of like what Stacy's doing as well, right? Whether it's what is it called? R&B, alternative R&B that I talked about in the past before. The combination of influences and rhythms and stuff. Yeah, that's why I keep telling my friends Purple Kiss and Stacy have easily shot up in my top favorite idol groups out there, and especially girl groups out there more specifically. But to go back upon my favorites for this album, I think Can't Stop Dreaming, hands down. Love Is Dead, Summer Rain, and then it'd go FireFlower. And then Nerdy, still my favorite one. And that might change, I don't know, over time. Maybe it depends on the mood. Intro, really, really good intro. I don't really want to cross-compare it with the other intros that they had, because it touches different themes and it opens the albums, respectively, in a different manner and stuff. But all in all, cohesive masterpiece of an album. I feel like a broken record now, so I should probably leave it here with y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Did it exceed your expectations? Did it meet your expectations? I'm sure a majority amount of y'all feel like this is your favorite. I can't really say it for you guys, but like, I have a really good feeling, like the common agreement is like, wow, they topped themselves. Like, they topped themselves not always it means that they top themselves. This is the favorite album, but for me, it is, right? I would say this is my number one favorite one. And then I would say the other favorite album would have to be tied between Into Violet and, of course, Mem Mem, right? Even though Mem Mem doesn't necessarily be the favorite title, the B-sides, like, come on, like, Pretty Psycho, Joa, Hate Me, Hurt Me, Love Me, Cursor. When I showed my friend those B-sides, whew, I'm slowly but surely converting her into becoming a Plory for sure. But take care as always. Be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps the channel so much. It just warms my heart connecting with fellow Plories in the comment section down below. I would love to see more of Bora and Jessica, Pierpoint, and of course Labin working with Purple-Kiss in the future. But I hope in the next album we get that respective B-side where we get all of the members working on the lyrics of some sort. Let me go back on their discography. If I recall correctly, like the likes of Period, you know, Period is still one of my favorite B-sides. But yeah, have a great day as always. Have a good night, have a good afternoon wherever you are. This has been Garrison. Take care. See you in the next Purple-Kiss video, which would have to be that Summer Rain Tong Tong video performance of it. And if there are any other dance practices and such, I'll make sure to add it to my queue and list. But take care and peace.